Hi, I'm Dustin Van, or as you might come to know me in this space, the Film Vannatic. Special thanks to my friends Ben and Adri who coined the term Vannatic because I am not smart enough to come up with that pun realness on my own. Anyway, welcome to my channel where I'll talk all things film in a variety of different formats. But before I just jump right into it and start with the whole talking about film thing, I thought it might be best to start with an introduction into who I am, how my road to creating this channel came to be, and what you should expect from this channel. So, like I said at the top, my name is Dustin, and while I've always loved movies, I never really saw myself as a lover of the craft of filmmaking until the end of my undergraduate years of college. Around this time, I discovered the films of Alfred Hitchcock, so original I know. And as an English major in college, I wrote a comparison paper of Hitchcock's Psycho to Shakespeare's Hamlet. Again, not the most original perspective to come from, but I was pretty proud of the essay at the time. And it really got my feet wet for when it came to talking about and writing about movies on a more technical, deeper level. Like they have been for many others, Hitchcock's films opened the metaphorical floodgates for me. I became more interested in learning about not only the art of filmmaking, but its history. Not long after my Hitchcock breakthrough, I discovered Karina Longworth's podcast, You Must Remember This, which I'm assuming most of you watching this are aware of, but if not, I cannot recommend it enough. I fully discovered old Hollywood in its messy, tragic, wonderful glory. From there, I began exploring this entire catalog of movies filled with these iconic personalities: Joan Crawford, Grace Kelly, Rock Hudson, Dorothy Dandridge, Montgomery Clift. All these movies and stars whose existence were so foundational to the contemporary movies I'd always enjoyed. I couldn't get enough. Binging all of Longworth's podcast, discovering other film history podcasts like And the Runner Up Is, and YouTube channels such as Be Kind Rewind to expand my own knowledge of film. And just to listen to other people who loved these movies but were still able to critique them when needed. In the years since, I've bolstered my film collection and memorabilia. You can probably see the Judy Garland decor in the frame behind me if I've lined up things right. I was born, raised, and currently still live in Kansas, and as everyone knows, The Wizard of Oz is the only movie to ever exist that's taken place in Kansas. I say that with love because I love the movie and I love Judy, just like many, many other queer people throughout the world. We'll do a little more with Judy down the road, hopefully. We'll see. But anyway, really immersing myself in the films and culture of Hollywood's golden age, which, for my purposes, I'm placing the golden age as the 1930s until about the mid 1960s. This has allowed me to circle back and come to appreciate films from beyond that period and into our present day in ways I don't think I would have otherwise. Once I built up that passion and filled my well of knowledge, so to speak, I finally felt ready to write about film for an intended larger audience. In 2022, I launched a film blog project called 1972 to Present, where each month I wrote about a film released in, you guessed it, 1972, looking at each film 50 years on and through today's cultural lens. Choosing 1972 as the year of focus was mostly inspired by my desire to write about one of my all time favorite movies and my favorite movie musical, Cabaret. And I also wrote about well known films like The Godfather and The Poseidon Adventure, while discovering lesser known or new to me films like Heat, which is this very weird and very 1970s parody of Sunset Boulevard that's produced by Andy Warhol. The blog is still up and linked in the bio if you would like to check it out. As I came to the end of 2022, I knew I could either continue with business as usual, picking a new year for 2023, and following the same pattern for a new blog series. And while I was proud of the work I'd done with 1972 to present, I wanted to stretch myself creatively and make this hobby a bit more exciting for myself. And that's what led me to launch this channel. So, with all that being said, you might be wondering, what qualifies me to be an authority on movies? Well, nothing really. I'm not a professional critic. I didn't go to film school, and apart from my own self published blog, I haven't really written professionally about film. All I can say is that I love movies, love talking about them in general, love talking about them with other people, and helping people discover movies they may not have known about otherwise. If it wasn't for things like You Must Remember This or Be Kind Rewind, there are so many movies and things about movie making in general that I wouldn't have discovered. Maybe a video I create will be that discovery for you. But truly, above all else, I hope to treat this channel like a diary of sorts, keeping a record of my own thoughts on the films I've seen and, for the most part, loved. My plan is to do this in a few different ways, most notably, at least at first as I gain my footing in this space, through video essays and reaction videos. I have a few ideas for video essay themes and what's an exciting, for me at least, spin on the reaction video format. I don't want to give away everything too soon, mostly because if you can't tell already, I am incredibly green on the whole video production aspect of this project. So things will definitely be learn as I go for a bit, and I don't want to make promises I don't have the skills to keep. I'll also say that while I've spent a majority of this video talking about my love for old Hollywood films, there will be videos I create featuring more contemporary movies as their subjects. I'll do my best to do a little something for everybody while making sure I'm producing work that I'm excited about creating. So, yeah, that's the plan for now. And my first official film centric video should hopefully be up in the next week or so. Meanwhile, you can follow me on my socials. Right now, you can find me on Twitter at Dustin Van and Instagram at dvan93. You can let me know there or in the comments what some of your favorite movies are. These don't have to be movies strictly from the Golden Age era that I love so much. Please tell me your faves from any era. And truly, if you've stuck around for this long, thank you. I know that this is rough. I'm hoping that I can find my footing very soon. Thank you so much for staying with me through this video, and I hope that you join me on this exciting ride. See you in the next video.